ask everyone to join. Okay, good morning, everyone. We would be see we are left out with one chapter of design. What I'll do is that I'll finish that one chapter of design later on. As of now, I'm starting with testing chapters because it will take a bit of time as they all are numerical based. So that is why I would be continuing with the testing chapter right now. And then later on, I would complete that particular design distributed system architecture. Okay. So just so that you are aware about it, that's why. So I'm sharing my screen. Yes. Hope it is visible to you all. Is it visible? Yes. Okay. So, testing chapters, we have four chapters of testing. So, I would be starting with the first chapter today, and subsequently, we'll finish the rest of the chapters for testing. So, this particular chapter is taken from Roger Pressman, 7th edition, chapter 17. So, what is testing basically? So, like I have told you that whenever you are doing testing after the implementation, you are basically trying to find out the errors, right? Whatever errors are present in your implementation, and how do you test your errors? So, in order to test your code, you need to be validating it with the requirements which are given by the user, right? Now, see, there are two things which will come subsequently, which is a question right now that what is the difference between verification and validation, right? So, these two are basically related to testing. What is verification and what is validation? So, that I'll tell you later on. As of now, we'll just proceed with what is testing. So, whenever you are doing testing, you are basically trying to find out the errors before you give it to the end user. End user is nothing but your customer, right? Now, so this is the part verification and validation. So there is a very slight difference between verification and validation, and generally students get confused. So just understand that. Let's say that you are a software engineer, right? Now, whenever you are making a system, you are making a project, let's say. So let's talk in terms of our minor project, which you'll be doing in 7th semester, right? So who is your customer over there? Your customer is basically your faculty, right? The faculty has given the definition, and you are supposed to implement that particular project. So you are the software engineer and you are making the project, right? Now, what happens is, of course, there would be a difference between uh, sometimes there would be a difference between whatever your customer has given you in order to implement and what you are implementing. Let's take very simple example. Let's say that there is some color which is supposed to be in the background, right? Some कुछ web page आपने बनाया है और उसका बैकग्राउंड कलर कुछ XYZ कलर होना चाहिए. लेट्स से दैट येलो कलर होना चाहिए, ठीक है, अकॉर्डिंग टू द कस्टमर. बट आपने क्या रखा है? लेट्स से यू हैव केप्ट इट क्रीम कलर यू हैव केप्ट, राइट, ऑफ द वेब पेज बैकग्राउंड, राइट. नाउ जब आप वेरिफिकेशन करोगे, नाउ वेरिफिकेशन इज ऑलवेज डन बाय द सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, राइट. सो वेरिफिकेशन जब आप करोगे तो आप क्या चेक करोगे? दैट वेदर वो येलो कलर है कि क्रीम कलर है. According to you, as per your understanding, you have kept it to be cream color, right? But actual color that the customer has specified is yellow color. So verification में क्या होता है? Verification is done by the software engineer. So verification में what the software engineer will do? The software engineer will try to test, right, the implementation in such a way that he has understood, right? So verification refers to the set of the tasks that ensures that software correctly implements a specific function. एक functionality है, वो software implement कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा है. That is basically verification, because the software engineer has coded it. So the software engineer will check that whether they have implemented it correctly or not. ठीक है, वो काम कर रहा है कि नहीं function. ठीक है. What is validation? Validation is always done by the customer. So what the validation will do? Validation refers to a different set of tasks that ensures that the software has been built is traceable to customer requirement or not. So जो customer है उसके accordingly जो भी requirements है, whether those have been implemented or not, that is basically validation. Okay, so there will be a difference, no? Sometimes there will be a difference if the software engineer has understood everything correctly, what I'm supposed to implement, whether it is same as what the customer has stated, then they both will come out to be having the same result. But if the software engineer has understood it in a wrong way, then the software engineer will only test what he has understood, right? तो अगर उसने अंडरस्टैंड किया कि क्रीम होगा बैकग्राउंड कलर, तो वो क्रीम के लिए टेस्ट करेगा, दैट क्रीम कलर आ रहा है. लेकिन एक्चुअल में व्हाट वाज द कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट? इट वाज येलो कलर, राइट. सो व्हाट इज वेरिफिकेशन? आर वी बिल्डिंग द प्रोडक्ट राइट? जो प्रोडक्ट हमने अंडरस्टैंड किया वो हमने सही बिल्ड किया है कि नहीं, ठीक है. तो आर वी बिल्डिंग द प्रोडक्ट राइट? एंड व्हाट इज वैलिडेशन? Are we building the right product? Did you understand the difference between both verification and validation? जो प्रोडक्ट को सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर ने अंडरस्टैंड किया वो उसने सही इम्प्लीमेंट किया है कि नहीं, अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम, राइट. लाइक लेट्स से इफ आई एम अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर, जैसा मैंने अंडरस्टैंड किया, क्या मैंने वो इम्प्लीमेंट किया? दैट इज, आर वी बिल्डिंग द प्रोडक्ट राइट? बट व्हाट इज वैलिडेशन? वैलिडेशन इज दैट जो प्रोडक्ट बिल्ड हुआ है वो एक्चुअली राइट प्रोडक्ट है कि नहीं. सो आर वी बिल्डिंग द राइट प्रोडक्ट? ओके, सो दिस इज द डिफरेंस. एंड जनरली ये दो वर्ड्स में कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, तो यू डू इट ऑपोजिट. सो ऑलवेज अंडरस्टैंड दैट वेरिफिकेशन इज डन फ्रॉम the software engineer side, the software engineering team, and they just try to test that whatever they have understood is correctly implemented or not. Validation is always done by the customer side. You need to test, the customer test that key whatever I have specified as the requirement, whether that has been implemented or not. Because finally, validation is the thing which matters the most, right? Because finally, the customer has to validate that whatever I have specified, whether that has been implemented or not. Other, if it is not implemented, means you have to change the product again. So that is the difference between verification and validation. Okay. Uh, okay. Who tests the software? So actually, whenever you're going to, let's say you're going to work in a software company, there will be always a team. Like I have said that for every phase of SDLC, a separate team is allocated as per the skills, right? So if someone is very good at developing, they will be the part of implementation team. If someone is very good in testing, someone is very good in finding out mistakes, very good in testing, then they will be a part of testing team. Someone is very good in support, so they will be part of support team. So that's how the teams are created, right? Or else they'll be giving you training for doing the testing part. So testing is done by both the people. Developer will also do the testing, जैसे हम implement करते हैं और फिर हम कुछ input डाल के देखते हैं and then we say that हाँ हमारा program सही चल रहा है, ठीक है? लेकिन tester क्या करेगा? Tester will developer might not put all the possible types of inputs, right? They will just use one or two inputs and check that whether the program is working correctly or not. Whereas in case of tester, what will happen? The tester will it will attempt to break it. Why? Because he wants to, he is driven by quality. If I want to improve the quality of the system, I need to check my system for all possible kinds of inputs. So developer understands the system but will test gently, right? Because he has made it, he will just test it gently because he is driven by delivery. He wants to deliver the project or product. Whereas the tester must learn the system but will attempt to break it by putting all possible kinds of permutations and combinations of inputs and checking that for all the kinds of inputs whether I'm getting the correct output or not, because the tester is driven by quality, the tester is not driven by delivery. So that is the difference between these two people who are going to test the software. Okay. Now testing strategy again is a kind of a spiral. So whenever you're talking about testing, there are multiple stages of testing. So, you will come across a lot of testing techniques. So, just try and understand the relation between all these testing techniques. The first level, so these are basically levels of testing. So, the first level of testing is unit testing. What is unit testing? Unit testing means you are testing small modules, small units, not an entire project. So supposingly you are making library management system and your library management system has, let's say, 20 modules. Okay, 20 modules means I'll say that 20 classes. Let's just talk in terms of object oriented programming. So I say that I have 20 classes. So every class will be my one unit, right? And whenever of course it's not that सारे classes एक ही इंसान implement करेगा, right? Implementation team will be a part of good number of people, right? So everybody would be doing their own task. So everybody would be assigned some specific set of modules to be implemented. So unit testing का मतलब क्या है? That every single developer who is responsible for creation of a module, that one single module or one single class is called your unit, one unit. So you always start from the bottom. That means you test individual units. So if I have implemented one module, so I will test that module, right? So that is one single unit. Okay. Now, when you are combining units, then it becomes integration testing. ओके तो आपने क्या किया है, दो यूनिट्स को कंबाइन किया है, फिर टेस्ट किया, फिर 3 यूनिट्स को कंबाइन किया, टेस्ट किया, यू आर इंटीग्रेटिंग ऑल द यूनिट्स सो दैट फाइनली यू गेट अ एंटायर प्रोडक्ट, राइट? So that is called integration testing. Okay, so this validation testing and system testing can be done reverse way. That means system testing can come inside. So integration testing जब आपका पूरा खत्म हो जाता है, that means what, your entire system is integrated. Okay, so then you perform the system testing. System testing means what, you have an entire product, you have your whole product which is available with you, and you just give some input and then get some output. That is basically system testing. Your, whether your system, whether your product is working as a whole, right? That is system testing. And then validation testing will come. Validation testing means when everything is tested from the software engineer side. That means not the software engineer, maybe the whole company. Let's just talk in terms of the entire company who is basically given the task for making this product, XYZ product. So when that entire testing is done from the company side, which is verification, right? When it is done from the company side, software engineering company, software engineering team, then it is basically verification. So when the entire verification is done from the software engineering team, then it will go for validation testing. Validation testing is done by the customer, right? Of course, in coordination with the software engineering team, because the customer will not be able to understand all the technicalities. So of course, in accordance with the software engineering team, but testing would be done by the customer, right? So these are the different levels of testing, and what we are supposed to learn in this particular testing chapters is how do, what, in what way do we perform unit testing, what are the techniques for performing integration testing, what are the techniques for performing system testing, and so on. Okay, so like it is written, unit testing is done on code. You have one single module and you are testing it, so that is unit testing. When you combine multiple modules, multiple classes, multiple units, so basically you are doing integration testing, right? When your integration testing is done, that means you have an entire system, so we say that we are doing system testing. So actually this system testing will come inside and validation testing will go outside, right? And then when you give it to the customer is going to do validation testing. Is it clear to all of you? Please let me know, did you understand this much that we have just talked about? So I want answers from everyone, not just one or two students. Okay, great. So this is what is written. Initially, the system engineering defines the role of the software and leads to software requirement analysis, where the information, function, behavior, performance, everything is for the software is developed, right? Now moving inward along the spiral, you come to design finally, and finally to coding. So what it is, what this particular slide is trying to say is that generally, when you are doing a spiral, so you are going from inward to outward, right? So you are starting from the innermost point and then you are moving outward so that you have a whole system. That is the only thing which is written over here, right? So what is written, to develop computer software, you spiral inward, that means counterclockwise, along streamlines that decrease the level of abstraction. So whenever you are in the outer spiral, your abstraction is more, isn't it? Whenever you are in outer spiral, your abstraction is more, means you are not showing the technicalities. You are just showing the system. So abstraction is more in the outer side and abstraction is less in the inner side, because in inner side, the entire coding is visible. So the low level details are also visible, right? That's why abstraction is always lesser in the inner spiral and abstraction is always more in the outer spiral, right? And to test the computer software, you spiral out. So whenever you are wanting to develop a computer software, you spiral inward, right? जब आप abstraction, you are showing the abstraction, you are not showing the inner level details, you are just showing the system, and you move inward when you want to show the inner level details. Whereas when you are trying to test a computer system, you are always interested in the inner level details, right? You are always interested that what has been implemented, how it has been implemented, right? Whether it is implemented in a correct way or not. So that's why you spiral out, means you are more interested in the lower level details rather than just higher level details. So that is the difference when you are developing a computer software and when you are testing a computer software. Okay, so development strategy versus testing strategy. Okay, so this is the same thing that I just talked about, software testing step. So you are testing from the unit test, then integration test, and then higher order tests are nothing but system test. So जब आप coding part पे होते हो, means you are doing unit test. When you are connecting multiple unit tests, you do integration test. We generally say that it is done on design. Why not actually design, but जब आप एक system complete करते हो तो you say that you are doing basically testing on design. ठीक है? So that's why we write here design. Okay, so this is the testing direction. Okay, now uh, hmm. Now whenever you doing unit testing, so basically what is the output of your testing? Your output of testing is basically your test cases. Test cases is nothing but it is a document which you are supposed to prepare, which either a software engineer prepares or whoever is going to test is going to prepare, which consists of the test cases. That means what is in test cases? In test cases, you will give inputs and what are the inputs that you have given and what is the output that you are getting, right? So you check that whatever output you got, whether that is similar to the expected output or not. So just a minute, let me just take out my pen. Hmm. So what you do in test cases, so there is a document for test cases that I will send to you when you do the practicals for testing. So basically, you have a test case number, right? Your test case number is here. So you give some numbering TC1, TC2, TC3, TC4. These are test case numbers, right? And you have input. Let's say you have so many multiple variables like X, Y, and Z. These are the inputs of your system. I'm randomly writing the inputs right now. So you give some value over here, some combination of values that you are going to provide all over here, right? And then you check what is your actual output. Actual output means what? The output that you got from the testing. So जब मैंने ये तीन इनपुट दिए, जैसे 10, 20 और 15 इनपुट दिया, तो मुझे क्या आउटपुट मिला यहाँ पे? That is your actual output. And then you know what is your expected output. Expected output आपको कैसे मिलेगा? When of course you are designing the system, you are implementing the system, so as per your requirements, as per the requirements that you have collected, you know what is the expected output. So now expected output is already written over here, right? That इतना मेरा expectation है कि ये output आना चाहिए. So whatever is your actual output, if it is matching with the expected output, so then we say that our test case is passed, राइट? दैट मीन्स जो मेरी रिक्वायरमेंट है उसके हिसाब से इम्प्लीमेंटेशन हुआ है, राइट? सो अगर सपोजिंगली मुझे यहाँ पे 50 मिलता है और यहाँ पे भी मेरे पास वैल्यू 50 ही था, तो देन आई विल से दैट माय टेस्ट केस हैज पास्ड. सपोज मैंने यहाँ पे 100 लिखा है बट मुझे यहाँ पे मिलता है लेट्स से 99 है. So then what? The test case has failed. Why failed? Because the expected outcome is not matching the actual outcome, means there is some problem in the implementation. So then you need to figure out that why this test case has failed, and you need to make changes in the coding so that this test case can pass. So this is nothing but test cases. How do you design the test cases? Right, so your always your output is basically the testing phase का जो output है, that is just a test case document. Okay, right. Now this is fine. Now what I will do is that I will directly jump to the numerical part. One second. I'll directly jump to the numeric. So, there are 4 chapters of testing. So, I will finish the chapters not in a, chapter by chapter, because the chapters are altogether, they are not in a proper, series. So, जैसे अभी तक I was teaching you about chapter 17. Now I have jumped to chapter 18. Okay, so I will give you all these slides, but they are not in series, and I'm not teaching in series. But I will finish all the PPTs. So don't worry about it. But it's just that मैं sequence में नहीं जाऊँगी, because sequence में PPTs है नहीं, मतलब chapter में भी नहीं है. तो दैट इज वाई जो पहले आएगा, मतलब यूनिट टेस्टिंग पहले आता है, तो आई विल टीच यू यूनिट टेस्टिंग फर्स्ट. राइट, so don't think that I'm jumping from here to there. I'll finish everything, but according to my own convenience. That I should be at least trying to make sense out of what I'm teaching, right? So, okay. Now, whenever you're talking about testing, so there are 2 ways of testing. One is a white box testing, and second is black box testing. I think maybe I have discussed this previously. If not, let me again discuss it. I have, right? Yeah. So, what is white box testing and what is black box testing? So, white box testing means what? White box testing means you just think that you have a box and it is visible to you. White means it is in white color. So everything that is present over here, everything that is inside this box is visible to you, right? So this is visible to you. And then if you are talking about a black box, then uh, whatever is present inside is not visible to you. So the visibility is not there. This is not visible, right? In terms of black box testing. So yes, Kanisha, that was no feedbacks. That was in terms of we were talking in terms of development, right? But in terms of testing, the meaning changes. So white box testing means what the coder will do or what the tester will do is the coder or the tester is going to test your entire code, whole code, right? Supposingly, I have written a program for, let's say, factorial. Okay, let's say I have written a program for factorial. So, whatever is my code of factorial, all the each and every line is tested. Suppose my code is having 20 lines. 20 lines of code. LOC stands for lines of code. So if I have 20 lines, then all the 20 lines will be tested, all the conditions will be tested, all the variable values will be tested, all the data structures that I have used in my program, they all will be tested. So why these all things are tested? Because there is visibility. White box testing means the code is actually visible to the not the customer. The code is actually visible to the coder and the tester, and they are going to go through each and every line and going to check that everything, each and everything of a code should be tested. That is white box testing. So visibility is there, and that is why the code is completely tested. Whereas when I talk about black box testing, so the code is not visible, right? And when the code is not visible, what I can check, I can give some input and I can check what is the output which is coming. ठीक है, समझ में आया? तो यहाँ पे व्हाइट बॉक्स टेस्टिंग के अंदर यू हैव द एंटायर कोड, यू आर चेकिंग ईच एंड एवरी पार्ट, what is the condition which is written, how the variables are getting affected, which kind of data structure is being used, everything would be tested inside a white box testing. And when you're talking about black box testing, so because the code is not visible to the tester, so the tester is only going to give some permutations of inputs and will check that whether you are getting a correct output or not. That is called black box testing. Am I clear to all of you the difference between white and black box testing? Okay, right. So we will first today we will solve numerical, which is which is the numerical that we always ask, and that numerical is basically basis part testing. So please, all of you, take out your notebooks. You have to do this numerical with me, otherwise you will not understand. So what we are going to do right now is we are going to understand the first technique of white box testing, जिसका नाम है basis path testing. ठीक है, basis path testing. Right now, what do you do in basis path testing is you try to find out the, see, it is written over here, you need to find out set of linearly independent paths. What is set of linearly independent paths? Whenever you are making let's say I am making a product sorry, a program for testing positive and negative number. ठीक है, तो what we will do, we will scan the number. ठीक है, हमने एक इंटीजर लिया no और हमने उसको स्कैन किया. ठीक है, फिर हम क्या करेंगे, इफ no is less than 0, then I will print that it is a negative number, right? And if otherwise I will print that it is a positive number. Else print that it is positive. So what is the meaning of set of linearly independent paths? What we do in basis path testing is we find out set of linearly independent paths. Independent paths means what? Independent path states that all the paths in my system should be tested. So can you tell me how many paths are there in this particular program? How many paths are there? So Dhruvi has said 2, Janil has said 2. So which are the two paths? Can you just state to me? Which are the two paths? कौन से दो path हैं? नेगेटिव एंड पॉजिटिव. सो मतलब दो पाथ मेरे कौन से हैं? इफ NO इज लेस देन 0 तो वो प्रिंट होना चाहिए नेगेटिव, और इफ NO इज ग्रेटर देन 0 देन वो प्रिंट होना चाहिए पॉजिटिव. ठीक है, सो दीज आर द सेट ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंट पाथ्स. So what basis path testing will finally give you as an output is how many set of linearly independent paths are there in my system. And if I test all these linearly independent paths, that means that I have tested each and every line of my entire module. The meaning is that. तो अगर मैंने ये दोनों path test किए according to my program right now, if I have tested both the paths, that means that I have tested my entire program. Because there are only two linearly independent paths, तो मैंने दोनों को टेस्ट किया है, मतलब मेरा पूरा प्रोग्राम टेस्ट हुआ है प्रॉपरली. ठीक है, तो अगर मेरे पास 6 linearly independent path है, if I have a program where I have 6 linearly independent paths, if I test all these 6 linearly independent paths, that means that I have tested my entire module correctly. Means I have not left anything behind. Everything is tested at least once. That is the meaning of linearly independent path. Right? Any doubt in what is the meaning of linearly independent path? Okay, chalo. Now we'll start with the. So, in order to test this linearly independent path, we will make use of CFG. CFG is, the meaning of CFG is, just a second. Na? Yes, so CFG stands for control flow graph, right? So in order to get a complete branch coverage means what? How many branches are there in your system? Not system, how many branches are there in your module? Branches means what? कितने conditions हैं, and according to every condition where all my entire module is moving. ठीक है, जैसे यहाँ पर जो मेरा previous question था, इसमें दो conditions थे. So how many branches are there? Two branches are there. One is for negative and one is for positive. So complete branch coverage के लिए I need to test all the linearly independent paths, and how to do that? By creation of CFG. Okay, so this CFG, making this CFG is important. अगर आपका correct CFG बन जाता है, then things are okay. But making correct CFG is very important. Okay, now just understand. So a CFG looks like this. This is how a CFG looks like. Right? Now, whenever you are making a control flow graph, you need to make a control flow graph in this way. जैसे अगर मैं एक सीक्वेंस में जा रही हूँ, if I am going in one single sequence, so then I will use some nodes and just go in a sequence. मतलब node after node. So node after node. This is sequence. Right? So everything is in a sequence. Whenever you are having a condition, you will have two branches. ठीक है, तो अगर मेरे पास एक condition आया, condition is always listed in terms of a diamond, like you can see over here. So this is a condition. The moment you get a condition, you have two branches. One is a true branch and one is a false branch. According to your question, you have to write. So true branch and false branch. So this is what? This is a if block. ठीक है, अभी when you come over here, this one, what is this? Is this a if block? Can I say that this is a if block? No, right? It is a loop, because you are going here, 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 and then you are coming back. So this is a loop. This is nothing but a loop. It's not just one if block. This is one if, this is fine, but this is a loop, right? So in loop, then you have to come back. Okay, so this is how you make a CFG. This I'm just showing the notations to you, and then we will understand how to make it. Is this much fine? This is understood to all of you, that जो भी आपका concept है programmatical, it should be shown inside a CFG. So abhi now what you do is that now we will shift this one to this one. So this is your flow chart. ये आपका flow chart है. क्या कोड है वो हमें अभी अंडरस्टैंड नहीं करना है, ये फ्लो चार्ट है और ये आपका CFG है. तो नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड. सो मैंने 1 से स्टार्ट किया. 1 इज अ कंडीशन. CFG में हम डायमंड नहीं लगाएंगे, CFG में हम सिंपल सर्कल ही लगाएंगे. ठीक है, तो ये जो 1 था वो 1 यहाँ पर आया. ओके, दिस 1 केम ओवर हियर. then you are going down and you have 2 and 3. See, 2 and 3 here they have combined, you can keep it separate also. जब कुछ सीक्वेंस में होता है ना समथिंग, जैसे हम ऐसे लिखते हैं ना I is equals to 1 and then you have J is equals to 2. So what is this? This is one statement, this is another statement. So instead of writing 1 and 2, what you do is that you can write 1 comma 2. It's fine because they both are declaration statements, and if I'm combining them, it doesn't make a difference. It's not going to affect my, the branch is not going to get affected, right? So I can combine them. If you are not okay with combining, you can keep it separate also. It's just that then your CFG will be thoda bada ho jayega. Otherwise, if I want to reduce the size of the CFG, then I combine the statements which are not affecting the branches. Okay, तो यहाँ पे 2 और 3 को combine किया है, it's fine क्योंकि 2 एक executable statement है और 3 एक condition है, तो मैंने 2 और 3 को combine करके साथ में लिख दिया. ठीक है, आपको नहीं combine करना है, आप 2 और 3 separate रखो, कोई issue नहीं है, right? Then where it is going to 3 is going to 6, here it is going to 6, so it went to 6 over here, and here again 4 and 5 are combined because they both are executable statements, so you have combined and kept it together, right? Then 6 में से where it is going to 7 and 8, so 6 में से it is going to 7 and 8. Then from 7 and 8 it is combining to 9, so I have combined 9 is over here, so I have combined it to 9. From 9 it is combining to 10 here, so 9 में से 10 में जा रहा है और ये 5 में से भी 10 में जा रहा है, so 4 and 5 में से भी 10 में जा रहा है, ठीक है? And then 10 से it is going back to 1, so 10 से it is going back to 1, so this is a loop, right? This one is a loop, this part is nothing but it is a loop, right? And then from 1 it is going to the exit which is 11, so from 1 it is going to the exit which is 11. Did you understand this? See, we will take an example right now. Just understand how it is created, how I am going to create it from a, this is from a flowchart, we have to actually create it from a code. So how it is created, that we need to understand. Is this much understood to all of you कि ये flowchart में से CFG कैसे बना? Okay, right. Now there is a concept whenever we are making a CFG, we have to use some concepts. For that we need to first find out the predicate nodes. What are predicate nodes? Predicate nodes means the nodes which are listing the conditions. So how many predicate nodes are here? Can you please tell me how many predicate nodes are here in this CFG? कितने नोड्स हैं जो कंडीशन को लिस्ट डाउन कर रहे हैं? 3 predicate nodes, right? So first predicate node is here, so I will write here P1. Second predicate node is here, so I will write P2. And third predicate node is here, so I will write P3. So 3 predicate nodes are there. So just understand that जहाँ पे भी conditions होते हैं, that are your predicate nodes. Another thing that you have to find out is number of regions. So what are regions? Regions are nothing but they are enclosed, closed space or closed loops, right? Closed regions. नहीं बाद में, ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे कितने regions हुए? Just see that. एक region आपका हुआ ये वाला, कौन सा? ये वाला. क्या? 9 to 10, 10 to 11. ठीक है, तो ये आपका एक रीजन है इतना, this entire thing, you know, this entire thing, basically I'm talking about this thing, 6 7 9 and 8. This is one region. That's why R3 is written over here. एक रीजन कौन सा है enclosed वाला? ये वाला पार्ट, you know, this one. ये पूरा, ये भी आपका enclosed है. So another region. एक रीजन कौन सा है? ये वाला पार्ट, ये भी आपका रीजन है, ये पूरा enclosed है, राइट? अनदर रीजन. और एक रीजन जो है वो बाहर वाला रहेगा हमेशा, आउटसाइड रीजन. इज दिस अ रीजन? वन वाला, 1 2 3 10 11, इज दिस अ रीजन? नो ना, बिकॉज यहाँ पे एनक्लोजर नहीं है. अगर ये बंद होता तो इट वुड बी अ रीजन, बट राइट नाउ इट्स नॉट क्लोज्ड, सो इट्स नॉट अ रीजन. सो हाउ मेनी रीजन्स आर देयर? 4 रीजन्स. ये प्लीज लास्ट जो आउटसाइड वाला रीजन है उसको छोड़ना नहीं है. अंदर के सारे enclosed and one is outside, so that is the outside region. So you have how many regions over here? 4 regions. Is this much understood to all of you? Right? Okay. Now just a minute. Okay. Now what we'll do is that in order to find out the set of linearly independent paths, you need to make use of a metric. What is a metric in terms of software engineering? You will always come across this term, metric. What is the meaning of this metric term? Metric means some way, जैसे हम लोग लिखते हैं ना, suppose if I want to test my weight, so what will I do? I'll test it in terms of kg, or I will test it in terms of kg or lb, right? Kg or lb, right? If I want to test, let's say some in terms of, what do you say, distance, so I will test it in terms of kilometer or meter or feet, right? So these are the different ways of, what is this? So this is nothing but a metric. How are you calculating? So whenever you are talking about software engineering, so testing के metrics होंगे, then quality assurance के metrics होंगे, you know, change management के metrics होंगे, estimation के metrics होंगे. So for everything that is a part of software engineering, you will have a metric associated with it. So what is a metric here? Metric here is nothing but a way of calculating something. जैसे kg is going to calculate the weight, in the same way testing metric is going to calculate some value by which you can perform the testing. So that is the meaning of metric. So one of the software metric for testing is cyclomatic complexity. So cyclomatic complexity is a software metric that provides a quantitative measure of the logical complexity of the program. What is the meaning? You will understand when we will do the question right now. So there are 3 ways by which we can find out the cyclomatic complexity. What is the first way? The first way is total number of regions. So I will just write it down over here. Cyclomatic complexity. My pen is reacting. Cyclomatic complexity. How do we find out? First way to find out cyclomatic complexity is number of regions, right? Second way to find out cyclomatic complexity is, so Vg is nothing but cyclomatic complexity, E plus n, E minus n plus 2. What is E over here? E is the number of edges. And what is n over here? N is the number of nodes, right? And what is the third way of finding cyclomatic complexity? Predicate nodes plus 1. Right? P plus 1. P is the predicate nodes. अभी बताओ, According to our question, let us find out the cyclomatic complexity. Do you want me to redraw this again? Is it, if it is not properly visible? Or you can figure it out from here? Or should I redraw? जल्दी बताओ. I'll redraw. ठीक है. So now let me just write the regions. So let's say this is R1, R2, R3, and last is R4. ठीक है. And let me also write down the predicate nodes. So this is P1. So ना आपको ऐसे ही बनाना है. ठीक है. इसी तरह से list down करना है. P2 and P3 कौन सा था? P3. ठीक है. Now let us find out. So how many regions? 4. How many predicate nodes? 3 plus 1, 4. Right? How many edges? So calculate the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 edges. How many nodes? तो you know आप नोड को 11 मत लिखना. ठीक है. नंबरिंग आपने 11 डाला है लेकिन आपने दो नोड्स को कंबाइन किया है. So don't randomly write 11. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus 2. What you are getting? 4. All these values should match. If they are not matching, you have done something wrong. So this is a way by which you can just check that whether you are getting the correct. Don't just rely on one single formula. ठीक है. अगर एक सिंगल फॉर्मूला पे आप रिलाई करोगे तो देन यू माइट गेट अ रॉन्ग आंसर. सो यू नीड टू चेक ऑल द 3 values. Number of regions, edge minus node plus 2 and P plus 1. If you are getting value same for all 3 formulas, then that means your cyclomatic complexity is correct. Now, what is the meaning of this 4? This 4 means your module, your unit has how many independent paths? 4 independent paths. And then you need to list down these independent paths. So let me list down the first path. ठीक है. First path. Let us list down the first path. So your path is always going to start from the starting node to ending node. Your path is always going to start from the starting node to ending node. ठीक है. So what is your first path? Can you please tell me what is the first path? Find it out quickly. First path. Quickly. What is the first path? Start from the smallest path. Which is the smallest path that you can see from start to end? Always start from the smallest path. Otherwise, you will end up in wrong answer. Smallest path as told by Devansh, it is 111. So 111. Correct. Then what is the second path? Second smallest path. 1 से सेकेंड स्मॉलेस्ट पाथ कौन सा दिख रहा है आपको? 1 2 3 4 5 10 1 11। ठीक है, सो 1 2 3 4 5 10 1 11। 1 कहाँ गया सब? देवांश, रुशिर, 1 कहाँ गया? 1 के बाद ही 11 आएगा ना? हाँ, रुशिर ने लिखा है, सॉरी, जैनिल ने नहीं लिखा, देवांश ने नहीं लिखा। 10 के बाद डायरेक्टली 11 नहीं आ रहा है, बीच में 1 आ रहा है, दैट इज अ पाथ। डायरेक्टली 10 से 11 नहीं जा रहा है, इट्स रॉन्ग। 10 के बाद 1 आ रहा है, फिर 11 आ रहा है। Notes can repeat, of course they can repeat. You cannot directly jump from 10 to 11. The coding, you need to understand that this is a code. ये कोई एक कोड होगा, तो आप डायरेक्टली नहीं लिख सकते हो, ठीक है? नाउ टेल मी द थर्ड पाथ। थर्ड पाथ बताओ। वन 2 3 6 8 9 10 1 11। वेरी ट्रू। नाउ नेक्स्ट इज, एक और पाथ बचा है। 1 2 3 6 7 9 10 1 11। देवांश, 4 8 9 कैसे आया? 4 8 9 कैसे आया? 4 और 8 का तो कोई कनेक्शन ही नहीं है। इट्स 6 8 9। हाँ, राइट, 6 8 9। ठीक है। सो have I tested all the paths? Is there any path which is left out to test so that I can say that my entire program has been tested? No, right? So by means of basis part testing, we first created the CFG, then we find out the cyclomatic complexity. Whatever is the value of cyclomatic complexity, those many linearly independent paths I have to list out. So 4 linearly independent paths I have to list out. These are the 4 paths. If I follow these 4 paths, means I have completely tested my entire module. Is it understood to all of you? Okay, great. Now I'm giving you a question now. I want you to solve it. ठीक है? Just a minute. Let me take out the question. 1 minute. Just a minute. Okay, I think I have to write it down because let me just write the question. Just give me 2 minutes and then I will show it to you. Okay, so this is the question. ठीक है. uh, right, so see, now when you're coming over here, uh, this is a procedure average. प्रोसीजर मतलब इट इज़ अ फंक्शन, तो ये पूरा एक फंक्शन लिखा हुआ है, ठीक है, बट इट्स नॉट अ कोड विच इज़ रिटन, बट rather it is written in a you know algorithm way or pseudo code way. तो अभी when you come inside a procedure, you can skip the declaration part. जैसे ऐसे लिखा हो ना, इंटीजर आई कॉमा जे, ये सब आप स्किप कर सकते हो, ठीक है, बिकॉज यू कैन नॉट टेस्ट देम. देर इज नो पॉइंट ऑफ टेस्टिंग देम. आई इज इक्वल्स टू 1 लिखा है तो यू हैव टू टेस्ट इट, बट डिक्लेरेशंस यू कैन स्किप. तो इसमें इतना पार्ट जो है दैट इज डिक्लेरेशन. This entire part is declaration. So you can skip this part. You can start from here, which is I is equals to 1. Now what you do is that you start giving numbering to each and every statement. ठीक है, अभी के लिए you don't combine the statements because you are doing it for the first time, so don't combine them. तो आप क्या करोगे, ये आपका statement number, ये आपका हो गया स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1. अभी देखो, ये प्रोसीजर एवरेज जो है यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो रहा है और नीचे एंड एवरेज पे ख़त्म हो रहा है. तो अगर आप प्रोसीजर एवरेज को 1 नंबर दोगे तो आपको एंड एवरेज को भी कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, अदरवाइज योर स्टेटमेंट इज लेफ्ट आउट. अगर आप प्रोसीजर एवरेज को नहीं कंसिडर कर रहे हो, दिस यू आर नॉट कंसिडरिंग एज योर फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट, देन यू डोंट हैव टू कंसिडर एंड एवरेज ऑल्सो. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? अदरवाइज क्या होगा कि एडजस्ट और नोड्स और एडजस्ट में मिसमैच हो जाएगा, क्योंकि यू आर लीविंग वन स्टेटमेंट which is connected to this particular one. So what I am doing right now is I am not using this statement right now, procedure average. So if I'm not using procedure average, I will not use end average also. Is it fine? Did you understand this point which I am talking about? समझ में आया मैं क्या बोलना चाहती हूँ? ठीक है, तो मैं आई एम स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम हियर. सो दिस इज माय फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. सो आई एम पुटिंग नोट, मैंने अभी आई एम नॉट मेकिंग सी एफ जी राइट नाउ, आई एम जस्ट पुटिंग द नंबरिंग. फर्स्ट नंबर, सेकेंड नंबर, थर्ड नंबर. ठीक है, तो ये कैसे आएगा, 1 2 3. यू कैन कंबाइन 3 ऑफ देम. डोंट कंबाइन राइट नाउ, लेटर ऑन यू कैन कंबाइन. अभी 1 2 3. अभी मुझे बताओ कि इस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट में कितने प्रेडिकेट नोड्स हैं. एक ही प्रेडिकेट नोड है कि दो प्रेडिकेट नोड है? हाउ मेनी प्रेडिकेट नोड्स आर देयर इन दिस पर्टिकुलर स्टेटमेंट? One. Predicate nodes means every condition is a predicate node. So how many conditions are there? Two conditions, right? It is with a AND operator. So there are two conditions. So you will give two numbers. Don't give here one single number, 4. It's wrong because there are two predicate nodes. So this is 4, this is 5. ठीक है, हमेशा याद रखना, हर एक कंडीशन को आपको एक नोड देना है. ये दोनों को मिला के अगर आप एक नोड दोगे तो एंड का जो कंसेप्ट है वो रॉन्ग हो जाएगा. ठीक है, तो वो कैसे रॉन्ग होगा वो मैं आपको बताती हूँ जब सी एफ जी बनाओगे. तो ये हो गया 4. व्हाट इफ इट इज़ और में भी 2 आएगा चैनल. जितने भी कंडीशंस होंगे, और के साथ हो, एंड के साथ हो, किसी के साथ भी हो, हर एक कंडीशन को एक नोड देना है. ओके, सो ये 4 हो गया, ये 5 हो गया. अभी ये क्या आएगा, 6. अभी यहाँ पे भी एक एंड ऑपरेटर है, ये हो गया 7, ये हो गया 8, ठीक है, ये हो गया 9, ये हो गया 10, ठीक है। अभी मैं आगे का नहीं कर रही हूँ क्योंकि हमें ये इफ के बाद का प्रॉब्लम होगा चेंज अटैच करने के लिए। तो अभी वी विल स्टार्ट मेकिंग द CFG, ठीक है। लेट अस स्टार्ट मेकिंग द CFG। सो आई एम पुटिंग इट ओवर हियर ओनली, साइड में। So 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is here. Okay. Now you come to 4. What is the concept of AND? AND का क्या concept है? C1 and C2. How does it work? Both true. Both should be satisfied. So if my C1 is true, right, then only it will go and check C2. If my C1 is false, it is directly going to come out. Isn't it? That is the concept of AND. So what will I do? अगर 4 सही है, then only it is going to go in 5. अगर 4 गलत है, मतलब ये मेरा ट्रू वाला हुआ। अगर 4 रॉन्ग है तो ये बाहर ही आ जाएगा। अभी वो मैंने नंबरिंग नहीं दिया है क्योंकि मेरे नीचे के नंबर्स बाकी हैं, बट इट इज गोइंग टू कम आउट फ्रॉम 4। समझ में आया ये चीज़? अगर मेरा 4 सही है तो ही वो 5th में जाके चेक करेगा। अगर 4 रॉन्ग है तो इट इज़ गोइंग टू कम हियर ना, एंडू में, यहाँ पर आएगा एंडू में। बट एंडू को मैंने अभी नंबरिंग नहीं दिया है, इसीलिए आई एम नॉट टचिंग इट राइट नाउ। आई एम नॉट गिविंग एनी नंबरिंग टू इट। Is it fine? Did you understand this much part? Now let us go further. Now अभी 5 में से कहाँ जाएगा? 6 में जाएगा, which is this one, 6. 7 और 8 में भी सेम कंसेप्ट है ना। 7 अगर सही है तो ही 8 में जाएगा, ट्रू पार्ट। अगर 7 फॉल्स है तो बाहर निकल जाएगा। दिस आई एम राइटिंग फॉल्स। कुछ नंबर है जो मैंने अभी दिया नहीं है। Is it fine? This much is fine, right? Now what you are doing? Also false part. That false part would be there. That is true. So 1 minute, I am doing that. ठीक है, अभी मैं सिर्फ ट्रू पार्ट कर रही हूँ। So then, अगर everything is right, this entire condition is satisfied, what will I do? I'll come to 9. I'll come to 9 and I will come to 10. ठीक है। What if नहीं है? What if they are not satisfied? So else skip का मतलब क्या है? What is the meaning of skip? Else skip का मतलब क्या है? Else skip means else में कुछ भी नहीं है ना। It's right writing only if statement. Else कुछ है ही नहीं। Else skip means else के अंदर कोई पार्ट नहीं है। ठीक है, तो क्या होगा, कहाँ जाएगा? कैन यू प्लीज टेल मी वेयर इट विल गो? इफ में से कहाँ जाएगा? अगर इफ स्टेटमेंट रॉन्ग हुआ तो वेयर इट विल गो? एंड इफ में, राइट? So what we are going to do? So else skip means there is nothing and I am giving a numbering over here, end if. So let's say end if करके कोई numbering मैं नहीं दे रही हूँ, I am directly giving a number 11. So I'll give a number 11 over here. So 10 में से भी 11 में जाएगा, 8 में से भी 11 में जाएगा, और कहाँ से 11 में जाएगा? 7 में से 11 में जाएगा। I'm making it with a pen, that's why the lines are not straight. Please make straight lines, okay? Did you understand this? 7, if 7 is false, then also it is going to go in end if. If 7 is true, then it will go to 8. If 8 is false, then also it is going to go in end if they both are true, 9 and 10 will be conducted, executed as it is. And 10 में से बाहर निकलेगा तो भी 11 में जाएगा. Any doubt over here? Any doubt over here? पक्का राइट? कोई डाउट नहीं है ना इसमें? ये कंसेप्ट में कोई डाउट नहीं होना चाहिए. ये आपको इसीलिए मैंने बोला अगर आप क्या करोगे ये इस पूरे को एक नोड दे दोगे ना तो वो गलत चला जाएगा. फिर वो एंड का जो मीनिंग है दैट इज चेंज्ड कम्प्लीटली. ठीक है, मीन्स प्रोग्रामेटिकली द मीनिंग वुड बी चेंज्ड. दैट्स व्हाई आई कैन नॉट गिव वन सिंगल नोट टू बोथ द कंडीशंस. आई हैव टू गिव separate notes to both the condition. Is it understood? Okay. Now what we will do? Now you have to give further numbering. ठीक है. Now you have to go further number. से यहाँ पे भी आप 11 और 12 लिख सकते हो. अभी मैंने कंबाइन कर दिया है 11 और 12. इसको 11 और इसको 12 करना है तो कर सकते हो. Should we give separate number? चलो सेपरेट दे देते हैं. इसको 11 रखो और इसको 12 रखो. ठीक है, तो ये कहाँ जाएगा 12. ये हो जाएगा 13. ये हो जाएगा 14. ये होगा 15, 16 एंड 17. अभी बनाओ, तुम खुद से बनाओ. अभी 12 के बाद 13 में जा रहा है. ठीक है, 12 के बाद जा रहा है 13 में. तो मैंने 13 किया. एंड डू पे कब आएगा बताओ. एंड डू पे कब आएगा. कहाँ से आएगा एंड डू पे. 13 वाले नंबर पे कहाँ से आएगा ये बताओ. 4 में से भी जाएगा 5 में से भी जाएगा. वेरी राइट. सो मैं 4 में से एक निकाल रही हूँ. ठीक है, 4 में से आई एम मेकिंग 1. 4 में से आई एम मेकिंग 1 एंड देन 5 में से आई एम मेकिंग 1. ये वही कंसेप्ट है एंड का. ठीक है, अगर 4 रॉन्ग हुआ तो भी एंड में जाएगा. 5 रॉन्ग हुआ तो भी एंड में जाएगा. ठीक है, और 12 में से तो डायरेक्टली एंड में जा ही रहा है. ओके, अभी आगे का बनाओ. ये क्या होगा 14. 14 में से आपने निकाला इफ ब्रांच. सो इफ दिस एल्स दिस. ओके, सो 14 ये हो गया 15 अदरवाइज 16 एंड दोनों को मिला के हो गया 17. बताओ कोई डाउट है इसमें. what should I do to copy this. Ma'am, why you skip the first part? Which first part, Kanisha? Which first part you are talking about? Because they are declarations. These are declarations. Declaration में आप क्या टेस्ट करोगे. You are not testing declarations ना, so इसलिए I have left it out. Will it go from 12 to 4? हाँ हाँ, right, it will go. So it's a loop ना, so it will go 12 to 4. Yes, so it will go from here quite big. So प्लीज मेक इट प्रॉपरली. हाँ, मेरा ये पेन से आई एम नॉट एबल टू मेक प्रॉपर लाइन्स. Felt 4. Very right, huh, Dhruvi? It is a loop. It's a loop, na? And do is it's a loop. So basically, it will go from 12 to 4. Right? अभी you find out, ये आपको question, ये आपको मिल गया है. अभी you find out the cyclomatic complexity. ठीक है? So cyclomatic complexity क्या है आपकी? दैट इज पहले p+1 फाइंड आउट कर देते हैं क्योंकि हमें प्रेडिकेट नोड बिल्कुल पता ही है सही तरीके से. तो p+1 हमेशा हमारा सही आएगा ना. तो प्रेडिकेट नोड्स कितने हैं हमारे पास? 1, 2, 3, 4 एंड 5 है ना. टोटल 5 प्रेडिकेट नोड्स हैं हमारे पास. सो व्हाट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ p+1? इट इज 5 + 1 6. Then second, what are the number of regions? So अभी number of regions list down करो. Let's find out the total number of regions. It should come out to be 6. Otherwise our CFG is wrong. चलो, ये हमारा एक सबसे दिख ही रहा है region 1. फिर region 2. ठीक है. एक यहाँ पर है region 3. एक ये है region 4. एक ये है region 5. और एक कुछ हमारा गलत हो रहा है. हमारे पास 6-7 regions आ रहे हैं. We are wrong somewhere. We should have 6 regions only. Let's check again. We are making some mistake in the end do part. Just try and check, everyone. Everyone should check this. Some mistake is coming over here. Aren't there 6 predicate nodes? 4, 5, 7, 8. 12 is not a predicate node. Harshil, 12 is not a predicate node. 12 is just a condition. What I'm thinking is, do I need to make a connection between 12 and 13? Is it ever going to go from 12 to 13? जस्ट थिंक नो, अगर हम लोग वाइल जब हम लोग लिखते हैं, सपोज मैंने लिखा वाइल, ठीक है, मैंने कोई कंडीशन डाला है, अभी मैंने यहाँ पर आई इज इक्वल्स टू आई प्लस वन लिखा है, और फिर उसके बाद मेरा एन डू है, दिस इज माई एन डू. So is it ever going to go from I plus 1 to n do? No, na. It is always going from this condition only. ये condition जब आपकी false होगी तो ही वो n do पे जाएगा ना. I is equals to I plus 1 से n do पे तो कभी नहीं जाएगा. Everybody is agreeing to that, right? I is equals to I plus 1 से कभी भी n do पे directly नहीं जाएगा. अगर ये condition false होगा तो ही n do पे जाएगा. So then I have to remove this. This is wrong. इसीलिए हमारा एक एक्स्ट्रा रीजन आ रहा था. तो नाउ आई विल नॉट गेट दिस रीजन. सो नाउ आई विल हैव R5. नाउ दिस इज R5 एंड दिस इज R6. राइट? समझ में आया व्हाट मिस्टेक वी वर मेकिंग? ठीक है, तो वो प्रोग्रामेटिकली वी हैव टू थिंक इन दैट वे कि डायरेक्टली यहाँ पे कभी नहीं जाएगा. वो कंडीशन फॉल्स होगी, जब 4 वाली कंडीशन फॉल्स होगी या 5 वाली कंडीशन फॉल्स होगी तो ही वो एन डू पे जाएगा. डायरेक्टली एन डू पे इट इज़ नेवर गोइंग टू गो, इट इज़ गोइंग टू गो बैक. आई प्लस वन से इट इज़ गोइंग टू गो बैक इन द लूप, बट इट विल नॉट कम आउट एवर. राइट? सो दैट्स वाई नाउ हाउ मेनी रीजन्स? 6 रीजन्स. एंड थर्ड क्या है आपका? e माइनस एन प्लस टू. तो n तो हमें पता है कितना है, 17 है. और अभी e फाइंड करो नंबर ऑफ एजेस. कैलकुलेट द नंबर ऑफ एजेस. 21 है हर्षिल. 21 तो वो तो ज़्यादा हो जाएगा ना. नहीं, सही 4 6. तो अभी हमारे पास क्या होगा? 6 independent paths we have to find out. Chalo, let us write down the paths because writing the paths are more difficult. What is your starting node? Your starting node is 1. What is your ending node? Your ending node is 17. So all your paths will start from 1 and should end at 17. Okay? So let us write our first path. Always start from the smallest path. Okay? Always remember, start always from the smallest path. So what is your smallest path here? So first path. You are telling, I'm writing that, then we will check. 1 2 3 4 13 14 15 17. सही है. फिर सेकेंड पार्ट बताओ. 1 2 3 4 13. नहीं, 4 और 13 चेक हो गया ना आपका अभी. 4 और 13 चेक हो गया है. कैन आई राइट हियर 5 13? 4 5 13. 4 और 13 आपने ऑलरेडी चेक कर लिया ना कि 4 रॉन्ग हुआ तो 13 पे जाएगा. हाँ, आई नो 16 इज डिफरेंट, आई एम कमिंग देयर. सो 4 और 4 से आपने 13 का चेक कर लिया है. तो क्या अभी मैं 4 5 13 चेक कर सकती हूँ? इंडिपेंडेंट पाथ्स चेक करने ना, जो एक ऑलरेडी चेक हो चुका है उसको नहीं चेक करना है वापस से. सो 4 5 13, ठीक है, 14 and then 16 17. Can I do this? है ना? This is right. There is no problem. अभी बताओ थर्ड पार्ट बताओ. Via 7. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 तक आ गए. फिर 7 के बाद सिंपल वाला पाथ लेते हैं, 8 9 10 वाला, जो ट्रू वाला पाथ है. ठीक है, तो पहले ट्रू वाला पाथ ले लेते हैं। 8 9 10, फिर हुआ 11, फिर हुआ 12, फिर हुआ क्या आएगा, 4 है क्या, 4 4, और फिर ना आप क्या कर सकते हो, यू कैन पुट अ डॉट डॉट, 3 डॉट्स। व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दीज 3 डॉट्स? क्योंकि 4 के बाद आई कैन टेक एनी ऑफ द पाथ, ठीक है। 4 के बाद आई कैन टेक दिस पाथ ऑल्सो, this path also, and this path again also. So that's why you don't need to write that path again. You can leave it. क्योंकि हमारा इंडिपेंडेंट पाथ यहाँ तक है, जब जब तक हमारी सारी कंडीशंस टेस्ट हो रही हैं। उसके बाद 4 के बाद मैं फिर से ले सकती हूँ। हर्षल, can I just write down all the paths and then you can ask your question, ठीक है। नाउ फोर्थ पाथ बताओ। 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 7 के बाद आई विल टेक नाउ 7 to 11, ठीक है, जो मेरा फॉल्स वाला है। 7 to 11 and then 12 and then 4 and again I will write 3 dots, ठीक है। 7 11 12 and then back to 4. Now what is my fifth path? What is my fifth path? So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now 7 के बाद मैंने 11 डाला था, अभी मैं 7 8 11 डालती हूँ, राइट। सो 7 8 11 and then 12 and then 4 and 3 dots, ठीक है। एंड नाउ सिक्स्थ पार्ट। सो सिक्स्थ पार्ट कौन सा है, सिक्स्थ पार्ट कौन सा है बताओ अभी। वाया 10 तो हो गया ना, ये वाला वाया 10 इज ओवर। Oh, 1 2 3. This is over, this is over, this is over, and then 1 2 3 4 13 is over, and then 1 2 3 4 5 13 is over, 4 5 4 5 13 is over, 4 16 17 is over। कौन सा बचा? Which is left out? Just try, everyone. To 15 16 17 and 14 16 17. Yes, they are 2 paths. Haven't we listed? Okay, okay, okay. So we can take that one. Which one? 14 16 7. Here you are saying ये वाला ना, 1 2 3 4 13 14 16 17। ये यहाँ पे डाल देना, ये यहाँ पे आना चाहिए, ठीक है। ये सेकेंड पाथ हो जाएगा, ये थर्ड पाथ हो जाएगा, ये फोर्थ पाथ, फिफ्थ पाथ, सिक्स्थ पाथ। शुड आई चेंज और विल यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल ऑफ यू? ये यहाँ आएगा, ये वाला सिक्स्थ पाथ जो है, इट विल कम ओवर हियर, ठीक है, एंड देन चेंज द पाथ्स। So 6 paths are there. बताओ अभी, एनी डाउट इन दिस वन? एनी डाउट? प्लीज टेल मी. दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन एंड
मैम
yes.
मैम तो जैसे हमने अभी 14 15 17 और 14 16 17 दो अलग अलग
हाँ
केस लिए, तो फिर
हाँ
मैम सेकंड जो जो अभी हमने जो इसको सेकंड पाथ लिखा है ना मैम, वाया
हाँ
फाइव, तो मैम
हाँ.
उसमें भी दो दो बनेंगे ना, 14
नहीं
15
लेकिन तो
17 और 4।
टेस्ट,
हाँ
वो टेस्ट हो चुका है ना. देखो ये 16 17 आया, तो 14
हाँ
15 17 टेस्ट हो चुका है, 14 16 17 टेस्ट हो चुका है.
हाँ,
ठीक
बट
है, तो
वाया
हमने
फाइव।
तो 5 से, लेकिन आप 5 के बाद 13 जैसे ही आता है सब. अच्छा तुम 13 पे कंसिडर करो.
हाँ
13 जैसे
यस।
ही आता है तो 13 से वो कोई भी ले सकता है क्योंकि ऑलरेडी दोनों टेस्ट हो चुके हैं.
ओके, सो डॉट 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 वाला इधर वी कैन
हाँ यहाँ पे
राइट।
आप, यू कैन राइट हियर 3 डॉट्स. यू कैन राइट हियर 3 डॉट्स.
यस मैम, नाउ इट्स क्लियर। मतलब एक ही बार कोई भी पाथ को
हाँ.
एक ही बार टेस्ट करना है, बाद में अगर वापिस आए तो दोबारा दोबारा नहीं लिखने का।
नहीं नहीं नहीं, बिकॉज
ओके मैम,
एटलीस्ट
क्लियर।
वंस टेस्ट होना
हम्म।
चाहिए वो पाथ. तो
यस यस मैम,
13 के
राइट।
बाद you can take this also, you can take this also. It doesn't matter. Both are checked. So you can write here 3 dots.
ओके
We
मैम,
are
गॉट इट।
wanting this 5 over here. ये होना चाहिए
हम्म
हमारे पास नया.
गॉट इट मैम, थैंक यू।
Ma'am, we are moving from shortest to longest path. Then writing them, or general, we are moving from shortest to longest path because of this reason. Because if we have tested the shortest path, अगर supposingly अभी तुमने इसको लास्ट में टेस्ट किया होता, ठीक है, ये दोनों पाथ को, तो क्या होता कि आपका ज्यादा टाइम वेस्ट कर रहे हो इन टेस्टिंग अ लॉन्ग पाथ. तो क्योंकि हमने शॉर्ट पाथ को टेस्ट कर लिया है, मीन्स वी आर टेकिंग लेस टाइम इन टेस्टिंग दैट 3 कंडीशंस, 14 15 17 एंड 14 16 17. तो ये ऑलरेडी टेस्ट हो गया है शॉर्टेस्ट पाथ में, तो मुझे अभी उसको लॉन्ग पाथ में वापस से टेस्ट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. दैट इज़ वाई वी ऑलवेज गो फ्रॉम शॉर्टेस्ट टू लॉन्गेस्ट एंड नॉट ऑपोजिट. अदरवाइज unnecessarily time is wasted in testing. The path that you write, that should be tested. तो अगर शॉर्ट पाथ में वो कंडीशंस टेस्ट हो गए हैं तो उसको वापस से लॉन्ग पाथ में इंक्लूड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. दैट इज़ वाई वी डू दैट. Is it clear? Doubt? Okay. So this basis part testing is very important, and you have to be very sure when you are making this CFG, because if your CFG is wrong before CFG, the numbering, if your numbering is wrong, means your entire CFG is going to be wrong. Everything will be wrong. So that is why do it very carefully when you are giving numberings, and apply the procedure of programming, apply the concept of programming. जैसे and आया तो आपको पता होना चाहिए कि and कैसे काम करता है. ठीक है, और आया, अच्छा अभी और आएगा तो क्या करोगे? इन केस यहाँ पे और लिखा होता, ओ आर, तो क्या करते? बताओ, और लिखा होता तो क्या करते? 1 2 3 4 और आता तो क्या होता? फर्स्ट आएगा, फर्स्ट
मैम
ट्रू
मतलब
होगा.
सेकंड कंडीशन से ट्रू फॉल्स निकलेंगे।
एक सेकेंड ना. हाँ, कौन बोल रहा था?
मैम इट्स मी। मैम आई वाज सेइंग दैट इफ इट इज 4 और 5 तो क्या
हम्म,
होगा कि 4 चेक करेंगे और फिफ्थ पे बाइफर्केशन आएगा, अनलाइक इधर
तो
एंड में हम फोर्थ में भी बाइफर्केशन डालते हैं और फिफ्थ में भी डालते हैं।
हाँ, तो
तो
और
मतलब
में क्या होता है कि अगर फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है तो डायरेक्टली ही वो चला जाता है ना अंदर.
हाँ
तो कैसे करोगे? और का कंसेप्ट क्या होता है कि इफ C1 इज ट्रू, तो डज इट गो एंड चेक C2? if C1 is true, does it go and check C2? It's opposite, na? C1 अगर मेरा करेक्ट है, it's opposite of AND. अगर C1 मेरा ट्रू है तो C2 में जाता है. यहाँ पे क्या है, अगर C1 मेरा फॉल्स है तो C2 में जाता है. अगर C1 मेरा ट्रू है तो डायरेक्टली अंदर चला जाता है. समझ रहे हो, है ना? तो वैसे आपको ड्रॉ करना है. अगर आपका C1 फॉल्स है तो ये आपका ट्रू की जगह पे क्या आ जाएगा, ये आपका फॉल्स आ जाएगा. यहाँ पर मतलब लिखना नहीं है आपको फॉल्स, ये सिर्फ मैं आपको बता रही हूँ देखने के लिए. तो अगर आपका 4 फॉल्स है तो वो 5 में जाएगा. ठीक है, 4 अगर आपका ट्रू है तो डायरेक्टली वो 6 में चला जाएगा. अगर आपका 4th ट्रू है, ये वाला ट्रू है, तो डायरेक्टली इट विल गो इन 6. वो 5 फिर चेक ही नहीं करेगा. आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? ठीक है. और 4 अगर आपका फॉल्स है, 4 अगर आपका फॉल्स है तो 5 में जाएगा. 5 अगर ट्रू है तो 6 में जाएगा. 5 अगर फॉल्स है तो बाहर निकल जाएगा. तो ये कैसे आएगा बताओ? ये ऐसे नहीं आएगा. ये 5 हुआ, ये आपका फॉल्स पार्ट है. ठीक है, 4 फॉल्स हुआ तो 5 में जाएगा. 5 अगर ट्रू है तो 6 में जाएगा. ये ट्रू है तो 6 में जाएगा. अगर 4 आपका ट्रू है तो डायरेक्टली ही 6 में चला जाएगा. और अगर 5 आपका फॉल्स है तो बाहर निकल जाएगा. ये ऐसे आएगा और के अंदर. कोई डाउट है इसमें और में कैसे काम किया? और think in terms of programming concept. What if my first condition is true? If my first condition is true, it is not going to go and check the second condition. It will directly go inside the loop. What if my first condition is false? Then it will go and check my second condition. If my second condition is true, it is going to go inside the loop. If my second condition is false, it will come outside. राइट तो और इस तरह से काम करेगा. और इज डिफरेंट देन एंड. बताओ अभी सबको समझ में आया हाउ टू क्रिएट अ CFG? ठीक है. नाउ व्हाट आई विल डू इज दैट, so I'll not take this lecture now, this one, the next one, because then it will be too much. क्योंकि बाद में अभी भी न्यूमेरिकल्स ही हैं. So take time in understanding CFG. What I will do right now is, when I'll finish this lecture, so I will send you 2-3 questions for solving. ठीक है, तो आप क्या करो कि उसको सॉल्व करके you make CFG, you find out cyclomatic complexity, and then you find out the set of linearly independent paths. Right? So then CFG would be easier for you to do it अगर आप questions करोगे तो. So I'll just send it to you in 5-10 minutes after I finish the lecture. But I hope that you all understood this CFG. It is a long process, but do it carefully, otherwise everything will go wrong. Right? Any doubt? I'm again asking. Any doubt is there? Please do ask me. Ma'am, please send this note one also. Okay, I'll send it. This one, na, which I have written. Naman. Okay, I'll send it. ठीक है, so I'm ending the lecture right now. Bye everyone, have a good day.